I would guess that he came because at the time he came was about the time that Grandma Peterson and, you know, the Homersteads, the Knucklebees, they all come from Norway about the same time. And I would say that Grandpa Rongstad did the same, but could have Jane look it up.
But he came to Chicago first, didn't he, down to Sagan's?
I don't know.
And then came up.
And work for someone then as a hired man?
Well, see, I don't know that.
Well, at the time, I would say at the time Grandpa come would have been about the same time as Spencer's great-grandparents, and they
Yeah.
come, and they just homesteaded. They had railroad land that
Oh.
they just homesteaded, and my guess would be that Grandpa did the same thing.
He was
because they all
17.
come from about the same place in Norway.
Yeah,
In fact, the Rongstads were just over a ridge from what the Homersteads were.
the Rongstad farm is still there, and it's a Rongstad farm, but it's no relative of us. It's just that
Oh, yeah.
Grandpa Rongstad worked there as a laborer and
Yeah.
took the Rongstad name.
But I think if we wanted to find out some more about Grandpa coming, talk to Eldon. Or I don't know.
Orland.
But, you know, Eldon told me once, he said something about that Grandpa had been in the service over there. I mean, Dad had all kinds of ribbons
Huh.
that were off from something. I mean, I still got some of them in the drawer. And that, of course, that's what I got in my head. That they said he fled on a ship because they were after him for something that he'd done.
Well, Orland said that he and his buddy killed their commander or something because they
Yeah.
didn't,
See,
that's what Orland said.
I mean, that's what I've heard too, you know, but I knew it was from Orland or Eldon that I heard it.
Ole wasn't a very big man,
No, he
as
was,
I remember that. You know, under his mustache that he always had, someone said he'd been in a fight. And
oh,
No, Orland said he had cancer.
Yeah, my grandfather,
So,
Ole Rongstad, he come from Norway. He come from Otterstad. I used to walk as a kid and walk up to see Grandpa and Grandma. And I'd look for Grandpa, and he had a stone retaining wall outside the barn. And there was a lead there that he smoked pipe and chewed 1760. He used 1760 for the pipe too. And if I seen his pipe was out there, then I knew he was in the barn. I'd look from there, and if nothing there, then I knew he was out and about, because he always carried a pipe in his mouth. And I didn't learn till later in life. He always used a mustache, you know.
yeah.
And you know why he wore that? He had cancer or sore or something. They cut
Really?
out part of his lip.
Oh, is that why he had that big mustache?
Mustache is
Huh.
part of it. I never knew it.
Huh.
I think he was inducted into the service. Him and another guy, the way I understood, he abandoned the country. They got down where the ship was going to leave port, and they kind of stole their way out of the country. And he never went back till he was 70-some years old. Him and a neighbor guy, they had compulsory military training there, and they didn't like their sergeant, or whatever they called him. But they got on the outs with whoever was over them, so they decided they were going to go to America. So they had it all figured out when they were going to, the boat was leaving and everything. The last thing they did before they left, they went and hammered the life out of that guy, and they don't know if he died or what he did, but they got on the boat and come to America. And to this day, as long as he lived, he said he didn't know what happened to that. Here he said that when he come to Homestead there wasn't trees so he could get a fence post even. He had to go up in fresh out country
Really?
to get fence posts. And, well, I said, that can't be true, Grandpa. He said, because this tree is 100 and some years old, 100 ring. And I said, you were here then, this tree was full grown then, it's bound to be a fence post in that, you know. And he said, no, he said, Indians burnt down this area every summer, every spring, so they'd get their hay for the horses and berries for their family.